Is it allowed for Muslims to enter a church? Some brothers said it's okay if you find a separate room and cover images. Other brothers said it's okay for da'wah or just to visit as a museum. However, I've heard that entering a church may result in a curse from Allah. What's your viewpoint on this? I'm nobody to give a viewpoint on it, but what's the subject is has some little bit of details. In principle, it's permissible for a Muslim to pray even in a church, as long as again there's no statues and things like this, and as long as they're not doing acts of worship while a person is there. This is what's forbidden. If a person enters and there is a service going on, that's not permissible to be present. And this is what Umar radiallahu anhu, he said, لا تدخلوا عليهم في كنائس في أعيادهم, do not enter their temples and churches when they're having festivities and gatherings. فإن السخط يتنزل عليهم, the wrath of Allah is coming down onto them. So you don't enter these places like this. But Umar radiallahu anhu, when he went to Jerusalem and it was time for the salah, and he wanted to pray in the church, and he said, the only reason why I don't want to pray in it, it's so that nobody will come later and say this is a place where Umar prayed in, this is our place. To save the church for them, so that it's not taken by the Muslims. And see how someone entering Jerusalem victorious, in charge, have the authority to do whatever he wants. If he demolished whatever he wants, nobody will tell him what you're doing. And he preserved the place for them, the church, and he refused to pray there when they invited him because it was time for the salah. And the reason why he didn't do it is because of what he said. So that nobody would claim that this is a land for us as Muslims because Umar prayed there. So in that statement, it shows that basically in principle, again, in principle. But when we talk about something in principle, you might have other things. You know, what's the purpose behind this? Why would a person do this? Is it something that would he compromise matters of deen, or it's a continuous thing, or children are going, or things of that nature? Then a person definitely should avoid, and also out of to lakum dinukum waliya din, a person worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be safe from any temptations or any matters of compromising the deen.